Go live at the
Live.
same time. All
Are
right,
we live on your platforms?
I'm gonna go live in a couple places too.
Okay.
Who lives in Omaha? No, I'll just say who lives in Nebraska. Who lives in
Or
Nebraska?
Iowa or South Dakota, Kansas.
In Iowa, South Dakota, Nebraska, totally. Right? So for those of you watching now, is that you?
Yay, I see that you're live in a couple places. It doesn't show me where, but it shows that we're official and it's got a check mark. So it's working. Well, hi everybody. We are doing a late night live. Well, for my audience, it's a little earlier for Mariah. She's in Pacific time, so she's 7:00 there, right?
Yep.
So we're doing a late night live. We've got 9 days until the event. It's next Thursday. So we are going to just answer final questions. We just wanted to really chat with the audience. And for the people who have kind of been waiting on the fence or haven't bought their ticket yet, we want to encourage you to. I have to turn in the final count by tomorrow. I am adding, I know that 10 women are going to sign up over the weekend. So I am adding 10 to whatever whatever it ends up being tomorrow, but don't let that wait because we've got gifts and everything. We're ordering a bunch of stuff. So I've got lots of boxes next to me that I get to
And
open.
for those of you that are watching and you're like, wait, what event?
Yes.
What event, Jamie?
So we're hosting Become the CEO of Your Relationships, Your Health, and Your Finances next Thursday and Friday. And when I met Mariah, so I'll be totally transparent because a lot of the women that I've talked to are like, I'm struggling, but it's something that it's beyond help, or I don't even know who could help me at this point. And it's not necessarily like where you feel like it fits into the health, relationships, and finance, but it all actually does. And so Mariah's background is, you're nurse practitioner. Go into like the health realm a little bit, if you will.
Sure.
And how you converted into being more of a women's coach and why you're so passionate about this work and how we can really change lives in one day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, honestly, I feel like I midwife women through chapters of change. I do have male clients too, but it's mainly all with women. And so I have been attending births since 2000 and then finished my nurse practitioner training at Yale in 2007. And I ran the women's health in lots of different spaces from 2007 through 2017, something like that. And then I moved into the online space because what I realized is women need support all over the world with their exhaustion and their hormones and their clarity and their confidence and their vision. And so it has been an absolute delight and journey. And then along the way, I've been hosting women's retreats and women's circles since 2008. So Jamie and I work together. You came to a retreat. You were one of the VIP clients for one of my offerings.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun. I love pouring into women to the point where even if it's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I go, fine is a 4-letter word. We're not looking for fine here. Like we're looking for feeling vibrant and spectacular and actively creating clarity with where am I going? What's my vision with my health, with my relationship, with my career, with my confidence, and making sure it's laser sharp.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about before we hopped on the live, and something that really came hit me hard this week and like gets me emotional is like, Mariah, I genuinely feel like you gave me years to the end of my life. Like my allergies were messed up. Like I was sick all the time and I was eating all the right things. Like I wasn't eating like crap, but I felt like absolute garbage. And like getting to be able to be in your space. And just when I first interviewed you on my podcast, like we weren't going to talk about my allergies. I just couldn't breathe. So then it was like, we went down that road just for a brief minute when you asked me if I had done a food diary, and I'm allergic to birch. And I'm like, I don't eat birch trees. But then like, that was like such a surface level thing compared to like just that information alone changed my life. And then getting into your world and going to a retreat. We also talked about you know, we don't sometimes we don't feel like one day can really have an impact on the rest of our lives. And I have found personally that the retreats I've gone on, it's the complete opposite because you've taken time out, you've dedicated to do coaching program. It's like if I spend 30 minutes with a coach every 2 weeks, it takes months and months and months to accomplish what I can do in one day.
Totally.
So,
Yeah, I had a client recently. I was having a conversation with her. She's an alumni. She had finished out my year-long online program, and she said it changed my life. My marriage is transformed. I'm more confident as a mom. In her scenario, she's a stay-at-home mom, and she started getting clarity on who she wanted to be in the world, but also her hormones and her sensuality. There was so much that changed. And then she came to one of my 3-day retreats. And she said, the year-long program changed my life. She says, I think I did as much transformation in 3 days in person as an entire year. And it's like we get to just compress time and
yes.
really dig in because the body is involved and our emotions are involved and we're doing it with others. And so I go, all right, how do we just in one day and then a day with Jamie and Brad and I, just so 2 days if you do the VIP, one day if you're just coming for the one day, get really laser sharp clear on what's in the way. What's in the way?
Mhm.
And what do you want? Like, and even, I mean, Jamie, in your scenario, you had all the wealth, you had the marriage, you looked beautiful, you're traveling all the time, traveling with healthy children. No one would have ever guessed. But at the same time, even if we're good, what if we can be spectacular?
Yeah. I will say, like, that is so true, and I've noticed, it's like we tell ourselves too when things are really good or you become a workaholic because you don't want to deal with something else in your life. Let's be completely real here.
Mhm.
That's your purpose. You're subconsciously out of balance because you're avoiding something. And it's like if you can improve something within yourself and whether that's creating a boundary or whether that's changing something in your health that you're ignoring for the moment. And for me, like I thought the thing that was like when we go back to like my health, it's like some things you just think, well, I got this opinion and I accepted it right away and this is my destiny.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, gosh, we know our bodies better than anyone. And to challenge if you think it's something's off and that you should definitely like explore more options.
Yep.
And you're so you taught me what do you so like all natural medicine. I can't think of the word. I'm like drawing a blank, but you're very find the natural alternative and they
Sure.
work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to pharmaceuticals. I've had my prescriptive authority since 2007 and I've prescribed a lot, but really truly our food can also be our medicine. And there's so much that can be done with personalized supplementation as well as confidence and clarity and hope and belief. And
And
so we
brain
get to spend what?
brain, I forgot about that one. Brain fog is like, oh,
Yeah, right. So we get to dig in together with other women to be heard and to be seen and to be vulnerable and powerful and allow it can be kind of confronting. I had a client the other day say, Mariah, it's a lot easier to go buy a designer purse.
mhm.
I don't even ask my husband for permission there. But she says to do the work with you can be very confronting because I'm actually going to look in the mirror. But she broke into tears and she said, "I'm happier than I've ever been. I feel beautiful again. My marriage has turned around." And talking about time, like, imagine
Yeah.
the time that has bought these individuals. So it's like, "Okay, you're feeling good? Great. How
Yep.
can we up level that so we can condense time and get even more spectacular? Allow the relationship to come alive again." I mean, I'm in 17 years in my marriage, and it's like, wow, right now, we're in a chapter where it's feeling so much more juicy, and I feel so much more in love, and to go, "Right, that's a possibility." And so how can we support each other and build community and collaborate with the other game-changing women that are in the room?
Yes.
and go, "All right, how do we rise together?" And get
Yep.
really laser sharp clear with where we wanna go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm so
Mhm.
excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be intimate, it's gonna be
It is
real.
gonna be very intimate.
Mhm. You'll make some friends.
Yes.
So speaking to the individual that waits till the last minute,
Yeah.
what do you say to that individual, Jamie?
Get your ticket because I will say if I could have done anything sooner, it would have been meet you sooner
Mm,
and invest in myself in this way sooner. Like you said, you can go out and buy the purse, you can go out and buy the shoes. We could do Starbucks every single day. Um, but this really will have a long-term impact. And I can wholeheartedly say that I wouldn't be doing all the work to make this like events are a lot of work. And I am genuinely like, it was very, like, I remember getting through your programming and going, I wish everyone could have access to this. Like, it's not
mhm.
fair that, it's like insurance. And they're like, should we, but it's just not the way the world works. And so
Yeah,
we tried to make this event, super, super affordable and make the time really count. And we realized that people are taking time off work, taking time away from children. We have people who are putting their little ones in daycare for the day. Thanks to my friend Courtney at Tree Fort Daycare. Um, but we realize that this is a commitment, but we value that. And I know I would not ask you to come to this if I didn't wholeheartedly believe this wasn't going to change, it's going to change your life.
yeah, mhm.
And I know we're going to do it every year because we keep getting asked that question because I align this with Elkhorn's spring break. So lots of questions have been, will you guys do this again? We will absolutely be doing this again. And I'm already excited to bring it here, to do this on a regular basis, on an annual
Yeah,
basis.
I
Or
love it. Count me in.
yes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone
Mm-hmm.
and allowing it to feel personalized,
Yeah.
allowing it to feel really transformative.
Mariah, what would a tip be? So for the ladies who are coming to the event,
Mhm.
the days leading up to it, because we do a lot of work. I remember coming to your retreat and it, like you said, confronting. Um, so what would you say so that somebody's in like a peak state the day of the event? Are there any things that you would say like load up on vitamins or what like, and if there's a specific anything?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the first thing that comes to me is allow yourself to expand your dream muscle.
Ooh.
For the days leading up, if you
Mm-hmm.
journal, if you exercise, if you go on walks, whatever, like, intentional time where you're not necessarily giving to employees or kids or coworkers or the community, but it's really time for you. I often do it. I do my morning sweat in the sauna, and that's my time. But just to really allow yourself to go, all right, if time, energy, and money were no thing, were no block, it
Mm-hmm.
was limitless, what would you shift?
Yeah.
What would you want different in how you feel in your body and your sleep and the way you look in the mirror and how you feel in the nature of your relationship and your community and your friends and your career and your finances and your confidence and your hope for the future and your mood and your brain clarity. I mean, just to allow yourself to go, huh, if it could be even better, what might that look like? And allow yourself to expand that dream muscle. We'll dig in. But if you already kind of start getting into that mindset, it's spectacular to see what happens. Magic
Yeah.
happens.
It does. I have my, still use it.
Yeah, yeah. That's the
My,
journal
oh,
from when you came to the retreat.
it is. And look at this bad boy. These both come with me pretty much everywhere.
Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah.
And I didn't even mean for that to happen on this live. I just
Mhm.
looked down. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Right. And of course, we're gonna give you nice gifts, and the gifts become things it's like when you go on a trip and you buy something, not because you actually need it, but it becomes like a memorabilia of the experience, and then
mm-hmm,
when you use that thing for you, that water bottle, it reminds you of the way that you felt when you were on that trip, right?
sure
So we'll
does.
do the same thing. Well, you'll come, you'll get a nice welcome gift, you'll have the experience, you'll make new friends, and then you get to leave and have something that perpetually reminds you, drops you back into, "Oh, yeah, there was that experience that I had. Oh, yeah, I
Mhm.
felt that. Oh, yeah, my vision expanded. Oh, yeah, I felt more powerful than ever." And
Mhm.
then to look back and go, "Wow, a year from now, look at everything that transformed."
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, if for you it's that you feel exhausted or you're not sleeping or you don't like your weight or your skin is changing, your hair is changing, I mean, we can dig into all of it. And the more clarity you have with what it is that you're really wanting to focus on, that's
Yeah.
going to help me guide at least that day. Why don't you talk about the second day?
Second day. So Brad and I are digging into, so that's really finances and creating. So it's at this point, it's all couples that are coming. So full disclosure, not to say if you're single, we want you there, but we are at all couples. So day 2, we are going to be digging into aligning your vision as a couple. And me and Mariah actually haven't talked about this, but I wanted to dig into. I have kind of a structure planned, and Mariah is going to be there in the morning and helping co-host, and then we'll be able to experience second day. But really
Mhm.
aligning your vision as a couple, and also working through some really cool exercises that will teach us how to work with each other better and in a stronger way. Because oftentimes when we're in business with our partner, we expect, like, let's say we're not very good at it, we automatically, it's the other person's responsibility, or something goes wrong, whoever picked that project or should have done it is at fault. And that's really not productive in any way, shape, or form. And we wouldn't treat a
Mhm.
business like that if we weren't in it with our spouse. It's like we become very, and Mariah, you like help me with this, but where we are aggressive toward the person we love the most because we feel the most comfortable. But then it's like we also, you know, we relay stuff to them that we really shouldn't be. And
Mhm.
so day 2 is like, okay, let's figure out what I'm good at. Let's figure out what you're good at. And then let's align our vision and come together so that when you guys leave, it's like, because everyone in the room is a badass power couple. Like, I know it in my heart. I love that, I mean, I was the one selling the tickets. So of course, I know everyone personally who's bought tickets, almost everyone. There's a couple people I don't know personally, but I'm familiar with. And so it's really cool because I'm like, they're all, excuse my French, but badasses and badass couples. And I know, like, if we can just remove some of um the mind blocks that are happening, and even the mind blocks with what each other can do. Because, gosh, I like think about how many people I've heard, and they'll be like, oh, if we would be so much farther along if this didn't happen. But actually, look how far you've effing came because
Mhm.
you guys are together, and you wouldn't have had this, this wouldn't have happened, which led to this. And we really need to realign our thinking and our mindset and create a powerful vision together so that we can go, straight up and hit those massive goals that we have.
Yeah, I love it. Um, yeah, there's so many thoughts that I have on this. I
Yeah.
often say we can't treat our partner as the CVO, the chief venting officer.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. And to allow, particularly if we're working together, to
Yeah.
allow our gifts to rise and shine, but
Yeah.
also to really look at how do we communicate with one another and how do we also stay as partners and as lovers and co-householders and co-parents if there's children and run a business together and figure out
Mhm.
how to make this. And my husband and I are in the same
Yeah.
scenario. Anyway, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. Yes, in all seriousness, stop waiting. It's next Thursday.
Yep.
Um, so funny. I
Don't
have a
miss out. It's
retreat that
not worth it. Don't
I
miss
know.
out.
I was telling Jamie I have a retreat this weekend here in Southern Oregon, and we had 2 women sign up today. It's like, "Really? You're gonna wait till" and now they've gotta figure out flights and lodging. Like, give yourself some time to make sure that you're ready. Come join us Thursday, add Friday if you can. Would love to see you. There's space. Bring your friends. Talk to Jamie if you wanna get a table. There's group rates and lots
Mhm.
of possibilities, but mainly just say yes to you, right?
Yeah.
We get to say no to the busyness and the noise and gift ourselves some time to
Yes.
really dig in and root in. I say tap in, tune in, turn on.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
All right.
excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I see someone saying, "Woohoo," and there's a heart
Yeah.
and so exciting, but we're through StreamYard, so I don't know who it is.
I know. I'm like, bummer. I can't see it either, but I'll go in and respond
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
hang up and I can see it on Facebook.
All
So
right.
thank you guys. If you have questions,
Mhm.
comment here. I've posted the link to the ticket. So Vibrant Women of Omaha will take you to the page. There's another video of Mariah and I talking on that page. And then there's all the ticket options. So just a reminder, the VIP ticket, we've got a couple of those left, but they're almost gone. The VIP ticket is for both days. That does get you a one-on-one with Mariah after the event, and it gets you a one-on-one with Brad and I, and we can utilize that to do like a portfolio review, assets review, create your basically your resume to work with the bank. So all kinds of things that we can utilize with that one-on-one. Mariah, something we had talked about is and I've had several people ask me about the Dutch test. So
Yep.
that's something that you can utilize that one-on-one for.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
Okay,
Before our one-on-one, if you wanna get some functional tests and look at your adrenals and your hormones and your gut microbiome, whatever it may be, then, yeah, we can use that and then go over it on your one-on-one with me.
perfect. And
Mhm.
then, yeah, gift. And then we're doing a private dinner for the VIPs on Thursday night. So all the VIP women we're going to do dinner together. So very
Yeah,
intimate dinner setting. And we'll dig in more at that dinner as well.
yeah. I know that was fun today. We started talking about a topic for the dinner. I'm like, "Here we
I know.
go."
And she texted me while I was with in a listing appointment and I turned bright red. It was good. It was really funny because actually I won't tell the story, but the it was we had just talking about. I asked her what that was on her ceiling, and she's like, "I promise it wasn't a sex swing." And I cracked up because then Mariah was texting me at the same time, and I was like, "This is a lot of sex talk."
I was at a toy store. I was like, "What about this? What about this?" All right.
So on that note, it's not it's bedtime, right?
Good night.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I get those tickets, and we'll see
Yeah.
you guys next week,
Yeah,
next
stop
Thursday.
waiting. Come join us.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Mariah.
Mhm, thank you.
Bye.